in one piece?
No, it's not surprising that it's in one piece, a brand new ship, and the way in which it glided to the bottom after having lost its boilers, it was surprising to us that it was sitting upright. We thought it might be on one side or the other, but we were not surprised to find it as intact as we found it. Over.
What is the condition of what you're coming across? Over.
Well, the debris area where the boilers came out, they took a lot of material with them. They went through some of the cargo halls, and we see china, dishes and porcelain and baggage, but it's got a light dusting of sediment on most of it. It's some growth, but by and large, it's in a remarkably good state of preservation. Over.
What is it like having the Argo down there and having the Argo come across things like china and like luggage? Over.
Well, it's a mixture of excitement and awe to see the ship there that you've heard so much about and researched so hard to actually be looking down on the bridge and know the bridge so well. John Louis Michel, who's the co-chief scientist with me on the expedition, the two of us have researched the ship so hard over the last few years, and it's like it's an old friend, and it's so nice to see it and know exactly where we are when we move across the ship. Over.
Is it a bit eerie to be seeing some of these more personal effects? Over.
Yes, it's like going back in time in a sense. The fact that the ship is in total darkness adds to that feeling of eeriness. It's a nice feeling, though. Over.
What do you expect to come across next, or what is your next task that you've assigned yourselves? Over.
Presently, we had a lowering last night with the Angus Argo system, with the television system. We were trying to explore the total length of the ship, and Argo ran into the number 2 stack, and also in our audio system we could hear its cable rubbing up against the cables of the Titanic, so we decided to stop doing that. And our present plan, we presently have the Angus system down on the bottom photographing the boiler area and the debris field that's near the Titanic, doing close-up color photography. And then our next plan after that is to take Argo back down and explore the stern of the ship. Over.
Dr. Ballard, a lot of people are curious about the purported wealth that is on board the wreckage. What do you say about that? Is there going to be any attempt to remove any of the wealth, if in fact it is on board ship? Over.
I certainly hope not. I think that's ridiculous. That I can't believe that the wealth aboard would equal the cost to get it. Technically, you'd spend more money than you get back, so it'd be rather financially stupid. In addition to that, I think it would be just a bad thing to do. I certainly would not want to see it done. I don't know the legal implications of this whole thing, but I would certainly hope that they would leave the Titanic where it is. It's in a marvelous state of preservation. Mother Nature is doing a much better job than we could possibly do. So I hope that it's left where it lies. It's a great site. It's a memorial to a lot of people that died, and I hope it's treated that way. Over.
Is anything involved in the work that you're doing disrupting it in any way? Over.
No, other than the slight bump that we did to the stack. It didn't hurt the stack at all, and it didn't hurt us much. We haven't done anything to desecrate the site. We are not dredging the bottom. We're not dragging anything across the bottom. We're not touching the bottom. We have yet to touch the bottom with any of our vehicles. And like I said, we had this only one slight bump, and we're taking all steps possible to not desecrate it and to not come in contact with it. And so it's in great shape, and it'll be in great shape when we leave. What happens after we go and people may do, I don't know. Over.
The French announced yesterday that part of the agreement called White Star included an outlining of the property rights to any salvage recovered from the wreck under both French and U.S. law. Now, if there was no intention of removing anything from the wreck, why was that necessary? Over.
The effort is to stop anyone else from doing it. I spoke today with the Secretary of the Navy, John Seaman, who is the sponsor of this expedition, and it's our interest, and it's my feeling, and Secretary Lehman felt the same way, that all efforts should be taken to preserve the wreck, and so one of the ways is to try to find out the legal structure to see if the government of France and the government of the United States can work together to stop anyone else from desecrating the wreck. Over.
But for now, there is nothing particularly in place doing that. Is that correct? Over.
Right now, we're the only ones out here. We're the only ones that know where it is. We're not doing anything to desecrate the ship. We will not do anything to desecrate the ship. No attempt will be made on this expedition to touch anything down there. We're simply photographing and documenting. When we get back, the governments of France and the United States will work together, I'm sure, to try to take whatever steps necessary to protect it.
Dr. Ballard, is it not true, though, that should someone be able to find your coordinates and find the wreckage, that there would really be nothing stopping them from taking what they could from the ship? Over.
I'm not a lawyer, and there aren't too many people that can pull off what we pulled off. The major diving capabilities to reach this wreckage are in the government of France and the government of the United States. Not too many private people can put together what the two countries have put together. I'm sure that people will talk about this. I'm not a lawyer. I hope that all the steps are made to preserve it, and I talked to Secretary Lehman today on that matter, and he is going to have the Admiralty lawyers take a look at that and see what can be done. Over.
We have a quote from Jack Grimm saying that he gave your operation the benefit of all of his information and that his group has the rights, that your group has no claim to it. What do you say to that, Dr. Ballard? Over.
But I'm not going to comment on Mr. Grimm's statement. I would like to just leave it alone and not comment on it.
How much longer do you think you're going to be out there, Dr. Ballard? Over.
A couple days. We should be out here and hopefully get in by Monday, but we're not sure. It depends on the weather. Over.
Isn't it going to be awfully difficult, and I don't mean physically difficult, but maybe mentally, emotionally difficult to leave that site? Over.
Yes, it'll be very difficult to leave the site. We don't know how we're going to react when we do it, and we'll just see. But leaving it will be hard, I'm sure, and particularly when we're now going to re-enter the world, and I'm sure it's going to be a little different than when